The question I get most isn't, should I buy a rental? It's the quieter one that comes 6 months later. Why does this feel like a second job I can't quit? So let's talk honestly about whether you should be managing your own rental at all. First, let me say the thing most people in my position won't. You can absolutely manage your own rental. Plenty of owners do it and do it pretty well. I'm not going to sit here and tell you that it's impossible so that you'll panic and hire me. That's not how I work, and frankly, it'd be a lie. So let's actually think this through like adults, because the honest answer depends entirely on you and your life, not on me and what I happen to be selling. Self-managing genuinely makes sense when a few things are true. So let's check them honestly, one by one. The first one is time, and not leftover time, not I'll get to it eventually time, real, reliable, predictable time, because guest messages do not wait for a convenient moment. They come during dinner, during your kids' games, at 11 at night, on the one Saturday you finally went somewhere without your laptop. So the honest question isn't, do I have time? It's, do I have time at the exact unpredictable moments this job actually demands it? Those are two completely different questions, and most people answer the easy one and skip the real one. The second thing that has to be true is that you're genuinely okay being interrupted, because interruptions is the actual texture of this work. It's not the exception, it is the job. The third is that you're organized enough to build real systems: the pricing, the cleaning schedule, the guest messaging, the restocking, the check-in instructions. So the whole thing runs on rails instead of running on your adrenaline and your memory. And the fourth is that you're close enough or connected enough locally to handle the things that always eventually happen at the worst possible time. If all of that is honestly you, then do it. Keep the margin in your pocket and be genuinely proud of it. That's a real skill. Here's where it stops being a good idea. And I want to be really real about what this job actually is, because from the outside, people think that managing a rental is handing over a door code and collecting money while you sip something on a beach. It is not. It's the messages at 11 at night about the Wi-Fi being down. It's the cleaners who cancel the morning of a same-day turnover when you have a guest checking in at 4 and you are 90 minutes away. It's the guest who's unhappy about something that genuinely isn't your fault and needs to feel heard and taken care of anyways, warmly right now. It's the pricing you know you should be adjusting every week and haven't touched in a month because life got loud. It's 100 small conversations and a dozen small fires, and the whole thing lives or dies on how well those conversations and those fires get handled. Calmly, kindly, every single time, even the times when you are exhausted. And here's a cost people never factor in: what it quietly costs you to do this badly, even a little. One rushed, frustrated reply to a guest becomes a lukewarm review, and that review costs you future bookings you'll never even know you lost. Pricing you forgot to adjust for 2 months is money that simply never showed up. This stuff doesn't announce itself. It just quietly shaves your income and your reputation while you're busy handling the last fire. That's the part that doesn't show up in the I'm saving the management fee math. Now, that's exactly how I describe this entire business to people. It's all about communication. It's all about hand-holding. It's all about managing conversations and time and space. And when I say that out loud, I watch owners split into two camps. Some of them feel this genuine wave of relief because somebody finally put words to the invisible weight they've been carrying around for months and couldn't explain to anyone in their life. And some of them actually light it up because their back and forth is the part that they enjoy. They like the hosting. They like the solving the little puzzles. They get something out of it. Both answers are completely fine. There is no wrong one here. You just have to be honest with yourself about which camp you are really in, not which one you wish you were in or think you should be in. So here's the real test I'd give you. And it's not the one you think. It's not, can you do it? You probably can. You're clearly resourceful. You bought a rental. You figured that out. The real test is, what is your time actually worth? And what is this quietly costing you in the part of your life you don't get back? And I want you to actually do this math, not hand wave it. Add up the honest hours and weeks this takes, the messaging, the coordination, the fires, the mental load of always half listening for your phone. Put a real dollar value on your hour. Now look at that number next to the management fee you've been so proud of saving. For a lot of owners, that comparison is a genuine wake-up call because I have watched people proudly save a fee and lose their evenings, lose their vacations, lose their ability to sit at a dinner or stand on a beach without one eye on their phone waiting for the next message. And that math is different for every single person. For some people, paying someone to take all of it off their plate is the best money they spend all year long, and they never look back. For other people, managing it themselves is honestly the right call, and they'd be bored and a little sad without it. I am not here to push you to one side. I'm here to make sure you're actually running the numbers on both with your eyes wide open. And if you do land on the, you know what, I'd rather hand this off, this is exactly where being a licensed realtor who also does the hospitality side actually matters. And it's not just a nice line on a website. I'm not simply watching a calendar for you and forwarding you occasional messages. I'm watching the numbers, the pricing, the performance, whether your whole strategy still fits a market that will not stop moving. With the very same eye, I'd use underwriting a purchase. This is the real difference between property management and what I like to call this hospitality management. Real numbers and real care at the same time so that when you finally step away, you can actually trust it's handled and not spend the entire vacation quietly wondering if it is. And let me name the one thing that actually keeps most people stuck because it's usually isn't the money at all. It's the fear of losing control. You have been the one answering every message. You know your property better than anyone alive. And the thought of handing that to someone else feels like letting go of the wheel at highway speed. I genuinely get that. So let me tell you what a good handoff actually looks like so it stops being this like scary unknown thing. You don't disappear. You just get to stop being on call. The right person takes the messages, the pricing, the cleaning coordination, the middle of the night fires, and you get the reporting and the results without the 2 a.m. Wi-Fi text. What changes is the weight that you've been carrying. What does not change is that it's still your property, your standards, your income, your name on it. And here's the other thing I'll say gently, because I see it constantly. A lot of owners carry this quiet guilt, like hiring help means they failed at something. Like a real owner should be able to white knuckle all of it forever. That is not failure. That is running it like a business instead of running yourself into the ground on a hobby. The most successful owners I know are not the ones stubbornly doing every single task themselves at midnight. They're the ones who got honest about which parts truly need them, handed off the rest, and got their life back in the process. So if you're at that point right now, if this rental has quietly started feeling like a job you didn't mean to sign up for, let's just talk. No pitch. I'll tell you straight whether you're honestly better off keeping it yourself or handing it over, and I'll mean it either way. Let's figure out how to get your life back, or at the very least, find out exactly what it would take to.